Welcome back to our channel. Today we're breaking down South Korea's apparent reset with China. A less discussed but important event was South Korean President Lee Jae-myung's state visit to China. Lee met Xi Jinping in Beijing on January 5th, 2026. It was their second meeting in about 2 months, which is a fast diplomatic tempo. Lee said he wants 2026 to be the first year of full-scale restoration of China-South Korea ties. According to reporting, the sides signed 15 cooperation documents. Lee traveled with a large business delegation, including major conglomerates. North Korea launched ballistic missiles just before the visit began, reminding everyone that the peninsula remains the central security risk. For many years, China and South Korea had a pragmatic relationship. Big trade, tourism, and regular diplomacy, while South Korea stayed a US security ally. The real break came in 2016-2017, when South Korea accepted deployment of the US missile defense system. Seoul described it as defense against North Korea, but Beijing opposed it and said the radar could threaten China's security. After that, relations cooled sharply. China used strong informal pressure, especially in tourism and business, and political trust dropped. Later, South Korea tried to stabilize the situation, but tensions returned again as South Korea moved closer to the US and Japan on security and technology, while US-China rivalry intensified. So, when Lee now talks about full-scale restoration in 2026. The key point is this: both sides want a more functional relationship again, without changing South Korea's alliance with the United States. What Lee and Xi explicitly signaled, the core message, faster restoration. Lee publicly framed the goal as full-scale restoration in 2026, and the quick sequence of high-level meetings supports that message. A business-first agenda. The large delegation and the cooperation documents show the visit was heavily economic. Supply chains, technology, cooperation, and practical projects. History was used as symbolism. Chinese stated media highlighted China's reference to the shared Second World War era struggle against Japanese militarism, an example of Beijing using historical framing in current diplomacy. Cultural normalization may be slow. Reuters reporting indicated that any lifting of informal restrictions on Korean cultural content may take time, meaning restoration does not automatically equal a full cultural reset. What this suggests, what it likely means for Washington. This visit suggests South Korea is trying to keep the US alliance strong, while also reducing the economic and diplomatic costs of US-China competition. What it likely means for Tokyo, the timing is notable. Soon after Beijing, Lee proceeded to engage Japan at summit level. This week, 13th, 15th, January 2026. That suggests Seoul is trying to keep channels open with both Beijing and Tokyo, maximizing room for maneuver. What it likely means for Pyongyang. North Korea's missiles right before the trip are a reminder that any China-South Korea warming will still be constrained by the peninsula security problem. What this does not mean. It does not mean South Korea is breaking with the United States. It does not prove a full cultural reset is imminent. It does not mean China and South Korea now agree on all security issues. especially North Korea and broader regional strategy. What to watch in 2026? Do the 15 documents become real projects and investments? Does South Korea's public language on major regional flashpoints change over time? Does Beijing deliver anything concrete on peninsula crisis management? After this week Japan summit, does South Korea deepen trilateral coordination with the US and Japan or keep a more flexible posture? Please like and subscribe to our channel.